Hey everyone, my name is Andrew, and today I'm going to be finding out the highest possible EXP in TS Underswap's Ruthless route. As of the release of this video, only the first two sections are available, so those are what I'm going to cover today. As I'm sure many of you are aware, I've already made two videos covering the game and the highest EXP available thus far. If you haven't seen those videos, I recommend watching them at some point, but if you have seen them, then you know that I took the neutral route in order to avoid certain required kills, so I could instead kill exclusively the high-yielding enemies. Now that those videos are made, however, I'm making this one just in case. Let me explain. A long time ago, in the distant past of late March, I made the first video in this long-running series. That video covered the big dog, Undertale. I bring up this video to make the point that Undertale is and was a full game when I made that video. Because of this fact, I was able to look at the entire game and decide exactly what path I was going to take to maximize my potential EXP. If only the first two sections of Undertale were out when I made that video, I would have aborted the genocide route, just like I've done with TS Underswap. In Snowden, you can farm the secret boss Glide for 100 EXP each time you kill it. When I did that playthrough, I opted to kill one less Glide so I could kill Snowdrake, a required kill for genocide, for 22 EXP, gaining 78 EXP less than the potential maximum for that area. The reason I did this is because I knew that Undyne was the final boss of the next section, and although she gives 500 EXP if you kill her on a neutral run, she will transform into Undyne the Undying and give you 1500 EXP if you are on the genocide route. I lost 78 EXP in Snowden so I could gain 1000 in Waterfall. On the other hand, I'm not able to have that amount of foresight for TS Underswap as the game is but a demo. That's why I'm making this video. No, I don't have any insider information on what the enemies are going to be in Section 3 or how much EXP they'll give, but I would be willing to bet a pretty penny that sometime in the future development of this game, there will be some sort of Ruthless exclusive enemy or boss that gives you more EXP than is available in any other route. It is my unprofessional opinion that the route that is based on killing, quote, everyone, should make you more powerful than the route that is based on killing some of everyone. Now, I did end up aborting my Undertale genocide after Undyne, but Undertale makes sure you end up with more EXP on genocide by having Mettaton give you a buttload of EXP on genocide. Now, the way this is done, admittedly, isn't my favorite, but it's how Undertale does it, so if TS Underswap ends up going down the same route, I wouldn't be too upset. Although, Team Switched, if you're open, I have some ideas on how to make genocide the strongest route without making it seem too forced, but that's neither here nor there. My Discord messages are open. Now, this intro is long enough, so let's get to what you came here for. The only required kills for Ruined Home are the 3 Ruined Knights and Asgore. The enemy who gives the most EXP is Lux, who gives 7, but can be picked on for an extra 5 EXP up to 3 times, meaning each Lux can give up to 22 EXP. This is the entrance to the Puzzle Gauntlet. There are 3 paths. Each path has a first room and a second room. After each second room, the 3 paths all reconnect in this room, the final room of the Puzzle Gauntlet. There are only 4 rooms where we can encounter Lux prior to the Ruined Knights, being the second room of each path and then the final room. Something I found very interesting is that there are only 3 rooms in the whole game where you can encounter 2 Luxes at the same time, and all 3 are in the last room of each branch of the Puzzle Gauntlet before the Ruined Knights. In fact, those rooms are the first rooms where you can encounter Lux, and apparently the last room where you can encounter 2 of them. So if you want to recreate this route for yourself, then definitely don't forget to save at least one of these rooms until the end. I decided to just rush straight to the Ruined Knights and kill them though, and they rewarded me with 6 EXP each. There are now 17 kills left on the kill counter, and each room has an individual kill limit of 3. I started with this room directly after the Ruined Knights, killing all 3 Luxes. Then I backtracked to the Puzzle Gauntlet and killed 3 more Luxes in this room. Then I went into the first branch and killed 2 double Lux encounters. I did the same thing in the other 2 branches, and then, with 1 kill left in this room and 1 kill left in the area, I killed my last double Lux encounter, which allowed me an extra kill for the area. The city is mostly empty, except for Metacrit, who doesn't give us any EXP. I want to take right now to mention a strategy that people have made me aware of, where you download an early version of the game for Ruined Home. In some early versions of TS Underswap, there were no limits on how many monsters you could kill in each room. Because of this, you can exhaust the kill counter on 21 Luxes before you encounter the Ruined Knights, and then kill them. People have told me to download the earlier version for Ruined Home and then update the game after I'm finished with the first section. Personally, I'm not going to do that because it's clear that the developers' intentions for the game were for there to be room limits. When the full game is out, I want the max EXP video that I put out to be achievable in one sitting without having to change versions. Just thought I'd mention that I'm aware of this strategy, I just don't plan on using it. Asgore falls quite easily, giving us 150 EXP upon being killed, meaning we exit Ruined Home at level 8 with 22 kills and 564 EXP. Unfortunately for us, Asgore was able to warn the monsters outside of our rampage and they began evacuating. This has an effect on the kill counter, bringing it to 16, down from Neutral's kill counter of 21. Woodwork at 22 EXP gives the most in the area, but unlike Ruined Home, there are plenty of one-time encounters that give more than Woodwork. In order to get the most EXP in this section, you have to do everything almost exactly how I'm about to describe it, because the rooms in Starlight Isles with enemy encounters are few and far between, and this route comes down to the wire. Go ahead and kill this first Woodwork, as it will not count as one of this room's 3 kills. Now, from this point until I say so, do not kill any more random encounters. Flee from everything except the encounters I mentioned. Make your way forward until you encounter Doggo attempting to evacuate some civilians. Doggo gives 30 EXP, so we'll kill him, and we'll also kill Woodwork. Mordax only gives 17 EXP, so for this encounter we'll spare him. Mordax will question us for not killing him, but this does not affect our route. Next, make your way all the way to this room. First, kill Beanard, hiding right there. They are a one-time encounter and give 35 EXP. Next, head down to Sunset Gorge. In order to get this encounter, you have to walk all the way to the edge and then back to the beginning of the room. This is Sunbrock, a one-time encounter that gives 35 EXP. Also kill this Woodwork and then flee from Mordax. Now, we can finally backtrack to the beginning of the section and kill more Woodworks. All of the scripted encounters we just killed will disappear if our kill counter gets too low, so that's why we took the precaution of not killing anything until they were all taken care of. We need to kill 3 more Woodworks in this room, 2 Woodworks in this room, and by now you should have 5 kills left. In this room, kill 2 more Woodworks. Pause. Now at this point in the video, I have to admit something embarrassing. In the original script for this video, I missed a strategy that allows us to get more EXP than I originally thought we could. Here's what the original plan was, and you'll see why it's incorrect. With 3 kills left, we'd move on to kill the dog couple, who give 30 EXP each. Then, with 1 kill left, we'd move on to this room, the first room with a double Woodwork encounter. We'd kill that double encounter, which would give us 44 EXP. With this plan, we'd earn a total of 104 EXP from the time we had 3 kills left to the time the kill counter was exhausted. Now, that's pretty good, but consider this alternative. We're back in this room with 3 kills left, but instead of proceeding to the dog couple, we'll simply finish the Starlight Isles kill counter in this room, killing 3 more woodworks for 66 EXP. Now, with the kill counter exhausted, we'll proceed to kill the dog couple for their 60 EXP, meaning with this strategy we can earn 126 EXP where the old strategy only gave us 104. Sorry for almost missing that. With the kill counter completely exhausted, we still have some important enemies left. Muffet can be killed on Ruthless, and doing so gives us 75 EXP. Lesser Dog and Greater Dog, as seen here, are notably unkillable on the Ruthless route, at least in Starlight Isles. At this point, I decided to record an episode of Mythbusters with Harry and Larry. In this episode, Larry attempts to answer the age-old question, how was the fall? We definitely can't air that, right? Darn it. Well, no witnesses. At least Harry gave us 70 EXP. Now it's important to note that the only monster we have left to kill is Crossbones. even though it's heavily implied that Crossbones survives this fight, he does give us EXP. How much EXP? Good question. In TS Underswap, Sans always sets your EXP to 1 EXP before your next level up. As you can see here, we'll reach level 10 at 1200 EXP, and Sans so graciously allowed us to end Starlight Isles at level 9 with 43 kills and 1199 EXP. 1 EXP less than needed for level 10. One more weird thing to note, if we use the strategy I mentioned earlier in the video where we play an earlier version to kill 3 more Luxes, it will give us 66 more EXP, and actually brings us to level 10 at 1221 EXP before the Crossbones fight, meaning that if we use this strategy, Crossbones will give us 479 EXP, bringing us to 1699, 1 EXP short of level 11. As far as the stats for this run, I think I'm going to put them on the screen now. We ended Ruined Home at 564 EXP, which is 48 EXP less than the 612 that we got in the real max EXP. In Starlight Isles, excluding Sans, we got 591 EXP, which is 23 EXP less than the 614 that we got in the true max EXP. If we include Sans, however, who, by the way, gave us 44 EXP, then we actually got 635 EXP from Starlight Isles, which is 25 more than we got in our true max EXP. In total, however, the 1226 that we got from the true max EXP is greater than the 1199 that we got on this run. What do you think future sections of TS Underswap will be like? Do you think future sections are going to follow the same trends that the first two have set up? Where do you think the story of the Ruthless route is headed? If you have an opinion, I'm interested in it. I'm going to try to respond to every single comment on this video, so if you guys have anything you want to share, then feel free. But if you want a more direct way of getting in touch with me or interacting with the community, then the link to my Discord server will be in the description. If you stuck it out all the way to the end, then why not consider subscribing? I've got more content like this in store, and if you enjoyed this video, then you're going to love what's coming next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace!